Afternoon. I don't want this video being connected to any other that I may do today. There's no comparison, there's no connection, there is zero tolerance even from what I'm going to talk about now. I looked as far as I could in yesterday and I watched a couple of videos and Tommy Robinson, he's in high spirits. He did a short interview with a news media group outside the court yesterday, and he was on fire. He was. He was smiling throughout the whole thing. The only time that he obviously didn't smile is at the points where he's talking about his children being afraid, being frightened, being terrorised really by police that are supposed to protect and serve. That's what they're supposed to do. They weren't doing it on that particular day though, were they? They protect right-wing Islamists, but they don't protect white people or black people, especially if they have nothing to do with Islam. Now, be that as it may, hate me, love me, I don't really care. You know, we have to speak out on issues that we feel we have the right to do so. So, in my support for Tommy, it's for his kids and his wife as per usual. And on that day, okay, his wife wasn't there, but his kids were. Behaviour like that from anybody, including the bloody police, is disgusting. Hateful. Every one of you should lose your jobs, and those who above who authorised that particular hateful day. But getting back to it, yeah, he's in high spirits. I haven't heard anything as of yet today. I get from Ezra Levant the impression that any further media coverage from inside the courtroom has been banned. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. People that support Tommy, who would want to see that news, who would want to see the police being ridiculed for their behaviour, has been stopped. Now, the only thing that he's said, and he's openly said this, they offered him lots of money to keep his mouth shut. And he said, no, I don't want your money. I want a public apology. And believe it or not, for me, nothing less will be enough. They should come out and apologise to him in public, and he should get some money for his kids as well. As I've always said, Tommy's he's a rough and ready lad. He can look after himself, but when you got 3 children, it doesn't bear thinking of. Even if you're not a parent, that has to be an abhorrent behaviour of force, and using that number on their collars and shoulders to be a bully, because that's all they were. They were bullies on that day. Anyway, I'm going to finish this one here because I have other video that I want to do, which has nothing to do or connected with any Tommy video that I deal with. As always, I will continue to give his wife and children my support. I'll give him my support in for what he's doing in bringing out to light the amount of grooming gangs that are still out there, that are still going through the courts, still out on bail and probably continuing to do what they've been charged with for doing. Anyway, the last thing I will say on this video is thank you to everybody who's subscribed and anybody who's watched any minutes of my videos. Please keep the subscribers climbing and keep the minutes climbing, because at some point I'm going to be down in Luton, and some other point in time I will be down at Speaker's Corner as well. That's my aim for this year, and hook or by crook, one way or the other, I'm going to do it.